Yo, good afternoon, everybody. How we doing? Hope you're all having a nice green day on this St. Patrick's Day. This is At the Close. I'm Spencer. I've got Joel here, and we have 29 minutes left in today's trading session and a few things to discuss. So you know what to do. Smash the like, drop your takers for us in the chat. Um, Fire up that trading platform, and let's go here. All right, it is time for PreMarket Prep at the close.
3 consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
Joel's having a great day, right, Joel?
Yeah. Got the we're in the final 32.
Hey, look at that.
And it's 70 degrees here in Michigan. Holy
Is it
mackerel.
really? I haven't been outside
Oh,
since 6
it's
a.m.
gorgeous, man. You got to get out there, man. Go
I
out
don't
there
go
for a
outside.
smoke or something.
I don't go outside. I never. I'm outside for like 5 minutes a day. Anyway, it's sad.
Gotta get out. Gotta get out.
No.
Well, if guess what, folks? Spencer, don't look at the chart. But if we finish green today, it's going to be the first 3-day winning streak since.
I'm not looking at the chart. If we finish green today, it'll be the first 3-day winning streak since January.
End of January.
Nice. All right.
Cool. Of January.
Cool.
It actually it spilled over a little bit, but you guys know how I like my data window. And January 31st, this was a big update too. Well, this was an update here. 1, 2, 3. It actually was a 4-day winning streak, and as you can see here, this is they do it by the close, but we haven't done that. And man, oh man, like I said, I don't know what's holding this market up, but something is. And once again, trying to get back into that 4,400 handle. Couldn't take out the pre-market low. They tried. They pressed it. Then they got it green, and then there was some kind of headline out, and they took it down again. And now we're back up. You took out that pre-market high. We're reaching our highest level in the last 11 sessions, 43.93 and a quarter. Nothing up there. Your next daily high comes in at 44.10 and a quarter. That's your March 3rd high. But just a rally, and a lot of things are up, a few things are down. We'll talk about that in a second. What is up is crude oil. That's up $8.79 at 103.83. Rebounding from that 30, more than that, almost 35 handle sell off. Gold rebounding too, up 28.80 and 1938. Silver futures, they're in the green too. They're up 75.5 cents at 25.46.5. Bitcoin slips, giving back some of the gains, just fractionally red by $65. And Ethereum futures, they're up $73. It's $38.29. Spencer, what are we featuring today?
I mean, everything is pretty much up today. Obviously, not everything, but the vast majority of stocks are up today. How many stocks in the S&P are not up today? Let's count real fast. Let's go look at there. We'll go. What is this? So there's 505 stocks in the S&P, and out of those 505, looks like 132 are down.
The S&P 505.
Well, yeah, because you have a couple of stocks with a few different share classes. So there's 505 individual stocks in there, and 133 or 2 of them are in the red. So that means what, 380 give or take on the S&P 500 are green. Every sector is up today. Interestingly enough, though, tech is your biggest laggard. Technology up, but up the least. AMD is probably your reason why. When I look around tech, I see AMD down, like 4%. So that sticks out like a sore thumb to me. The other ones, though, the other big tech names that we all know and love, just up to down a little bit, right? Microsoft is a little bit It's down, right? Let me
Do
look
you have
at.
AMD news? Is there specific news to it, or is
Oh,
he just
I
being?
didn't actually see any AMD news. Let me check here. No, I didn't see anything.
Huh.
But it is lagging the bunch, no doubt. Everything else is kind of meh. It's meh.
It's St. Patrick's Day, right? The market's got to be green on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, that's true. The big mover of the day, though, we got to talk about is Occidental Petroleum, OXY. Such is the power of Warren Buffett, the greatest investor alive, who bought 18.1 million shares of Occidental Petroleum at an average price of $54.41, according to a Form 4 filing on Wednesday.
He's going all in, huh?
He is certainly, I don't know if all in, but he's certainly
Well,
going
not
in.
all in, but I mean, how many times have you have you heard like repeatedly? I mean, I know that these are separate filings from the 13 Fs, but I mean, he is riding that oil bandwagon, and he's doing it with Oxy. No, Oxy is quite a bit off its 18 highs, so. Maybe that's a target that he has there. That news was out before the open, so you got that. You got the higher open, the gap open. Crude being up 9% certainly isn't hurting things. 58.88. That's the number. Two numbers only. 58.88. That
Okay.
is the high. Back on March 11th, and then the high on the 10th, the recent high of the move 59.60. Now, in order to post a new closing high for the move, pretty darn close. The high close for the move back on March 10th at 58.13, and we're just hanging out here at 58 bucks. So nice move, and the Warren boost, and then oil up nearly $9 is not certainly not hurting things for Occidental Petroleum.
Yeah, and we should point out, thank you, Jay. Obviously, it's not just Oxy that's up today, though. Though it's the leader. Devon Energy up 9.5%, Apache up almost 8%, Marathon Oil, Diamondback Energy, all leading the way here today. All up between 6 and 9 or 6 and 10%.
Strong stocks hit highs,
Yeah.
pulled back, rebound. For you MRO traders here, 20. Keep an eye on 24 bucks. That was a double top before you broke down to 21 when oil broke down. Also for MRO, you had a move. Let's call it. Let's call it a 4 point move, 2.5, 23.82, 24 bucks. Big level. MRO traders, please keep an eye
Please.
on 24. You got to get through
Please.
24 to get a look at that high of the move.
Please keep an eye on that. And then I asked this morning, is today the fifth day in a row that Berkshire Hathaway makes new all-time high? I was and I didn't know the answer. I was just asking. It is quickly proven correct because they made a new all-time high at like what time? Like 9:45.
Tough deal. Yeah.
Right off
Yeah.
the 9:45. So 344. Holy moly! That's
I
how high
know.
we got.
This thing is a freight train.
Yeah.
And this is a new all-time high by a wide margin, like a super
Yeah.
wide
Yeah.
margin. So we
Holy
could
moly.
talk all about it, what is trading relative to its holdings, but right there, folks, price don't lie on the chart. I wonder if Warren's selling any here. S&P's creeping
Warren
up back towards the high of the session here. Oh, he never sells it.
selling any what? Selling any Burke?
Yeah.
Yeah, Warren. Shoot, that's really good. That's a really good point. We talk about what's in the Berkshire portfolio, but Warren Buffett obviously he owns a lot of his own company.
Yeah.
Obviously, he owns more than I'm assuming he owns more than 10% of it. I don't remember ever seeing a Warren Buffett um
Probably doesn't
like
sell.
like a Berkshire Hathaway fund 13F in which they sold Berkshire Hathaway stock. I can't remember if that's ever
I don't think
if I've
no,
seen that. I've never even that's never even occurred to me before. I don't think he would ever do that. Honestly. Would he ever sell his own? I don't think he would. Maybe.
I don't think he sells.
I don't think he. Well, he sells some things. Clearly, he sold the airlines. Um,
Oh, that's true. That's true.
yeah, yeah. Okay. What about some of these earnings reversals today, Joel? Because we had a number of them.
Crazy
Yeah,
stocks.
you and I were just talking about like Warby Parker and Accenture, which both reversed. Warby Parker, their report wasn't that great. It was down this morning. It reversed off the open. ACN's I thought was pretty good. It was up this morning and it went down off the open. So riddle me that, Batman.
Yeah, just boom. If you're looking focusing on your pre-market levels, that turned to be out to be pretty good. And then once it did make the new pre-market high and then failed, and then you just had someone just said, "I want out today," and they walked it down all the way. Not much liquidity in the stock, 3.5 million. Knocked it down to 320. What's interesting, still holding yesterday's low, 315.54, hit 1833. So I keep an eye on that. S&P's just made a new high on 96, 43, 96, 75. It looks like want to dip their toe in the 4,400 handle here before the day is through. And man, that's not very far away. Next daily high to contend with is 44.10 and a quarter. That was your March 3rd high.
Yeah, and Williams Sonoma also a big move, but the real mover of the day is PD, Joel Pager Duty, which we did not talk about this morning on the show, and they had earnings. And let me give you a PD. Did I say PG? I meant PD. PD had earnings overnight. Their EPS came in a few cents above the estimate. Their sales came in a few $2 million above the estimate to be exact. There, the EPS guidance that they gave was light by a couple cents. They guided Q1 EPS a loss per share of 8 to 9 cents versus an estimate of a 6 cent
People
loss.
still have
Sales guidance for the quarter above estimate. So mixed guidance for Q1, guidance for the fiscal year a little bit more in line there. I don't know because I know you're going to ask me, so maybe I should look up before I say anything wrong what this company actually does. Oh, it's a software company. It's yeah, they don't do pagers.
pager duty. I mean, looks like it has a clear path here at 34. Little stopping point at the high of the session right now, 32.37. Actually, I let me stand back here. You are contending. You are struggling with not struggling, but you are clearing this 32.31 high. From March 4th, and then you kind of rip through that 33 handle. If you can get in there, next daily high comes in at 33.95. But this 30 where you're currently trading now, nothing between this and closer to 34.
Yeah, this is your number one gainer of the day on my Benzinga Pro. No, it's not. Never mind. Take that back.
Yeah, there's some other crazy
Yeah,
ones up
well,
there.
it was the biggest gainer in the pre-market. The biggest non meme stock gainer in the pre-market today. So, and then that was followed by Williams Sonoma WSM, which was up big in the market as well. Which again, earnings reversals seems to be a story of the day here.
What a crazy stock. And we talk about this one. I gave you the level, man. I gave you the level, 165. If you didn't sell it there, it was an area, 165, 166. Yeah, you got through it, but if you didn't have your offer there, when it was going through, good luck trying to sell it when it was coming back down. What's interesting, too, about this one is came down and the top of the took out the top of the range, and then also it went through the close that got to 151.82, and you had to close at 152.45. So pretty textbook technical day in my opinion for
Okay.
Williams Sonoma. Good volume on the up day after earnings.
Okay. We have to mention FedEx because they report earnings tonight. That's kind of the big one. I think there may be one or two more.
Mm.
of interest, but FedEx is the big one tonight. Let me see who else is on the list. GameStop reports tonight.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot all about that. Shoot.
Uh,
Whatever.
if you trade the FedEx after hours, what do we have here? You're matching a high at 230, 230.39, and today's high is right there. Not quite yet, 29.42, but the day's not over. Above that, there's only one. It could be thin here. 234.17 was another high, and then you're looking at 240. On the downside, if they come out and they disappoint a little bit, I think you find some buyers out there. 220, that's a little bit close, but if they got it back down to, assuming this high, the move holds here, if they whack it off their earnings, 215, 216 maybe be a place to pick it up on the cheap. 99 and a quarter prints, folks. They want 4,400. This has been a real good 3 days for the market. I guess this morning, instead of asking why is the market rallying, it is rallying and just going with it here. As I said, 3 day winning streak, first time since January 28th, Feb 1st, and Feb 2nd. And going into a quad witch tomorrow, too.
Yeah,
And
we
back
should
then,
mention that. That's a good
yeah,
point. We should mention that. Quadwitch, well, we have mentioned that, but we didn't mention it this morning. So Quadwitch tomorrow, added volatility. Keep that in mind.
especially off the open.
Yep. Also, I want to mention Cardinal Health, CAH, Joel. This one got some positive commentary from Gordon Haskett, an analyst firm, sell side firm this morning, and the analyst, I don't know who it was, speculated that there could be some possible private equity interest in this company. Maybe they go private. So just analyst speculation. You don't know what's behind that. You don't know who the analyst knows. But Cardinal Health up 6% on vague takeover speculation.
If you're buying it based on that, you want to hear something soon. This has been a real underperformer in the market for a long time. When I'm looking at it, it was kind of caged up at 54. Took it out yesterday, closed below it, and then got some momentum with Gordon Haskett here.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, I wonder what was our buddy's name from Gordon Haskett?
John Inch. How could
John
you
Inch. Yeah.
forget John Inch? That's
I
okay.
tried to get a hold of him, and he's not a Gordon Haskett anymore. So I don't know if he retired or
John
what.
Inch was our man he called the GE train all the way down. When GE, I guess, is split adjusted now, but when GE was in the 200 $200 area, pre-split it was like what, 30? I think it was like 30. And he was like, nope, this thing's going to 10. And it went to 10. Yeah, he was great. Those of you excited for the GameStop call, if there's anyone excited for the GameStop call, remember that GameStop typically doesn't take questions on their earnings calls. They've had, and since the meme stuff happened a year ago, they've had very short calls where they read the statement that's already out, and then that's that. So don't expect much out of GameStop if you are looking forward to any announcements. If it's not in the PR, there's nothing there. That's all I'm saying. Okay, what else is on my list here? Can we look at car? Sure. What is it at? Is it at 1,000 yet? No, but it's almost at 300.
No, and I said, hey, can we go after this monthly high here? And it did, and it made quick work of that. Boom. 287.75 was that. It was a heatless trade. Even if you waited to buy it, then you're sitting on some profits. I don't know if I want to draw 50% on this one. I guess I can because I just don't feel like that 540 and change high was really like a real high.
Yeah.
But momentum going. Wow, this is a crazy run here.
Yeah.
Don't know where it's going to stop, but boy, today's bar is a little bit smaller than yesterday's bar. That was the catalyst. But just, move your stop up and say, come and get me on that one. The SPOOs did take over 4,400 just also momentarily. They got to 4,450. Probably hit a few buy stops there. Back at 43.95. Still a real good day so far. Let's see if we can hold these gains. 9 minutes to go.
Yeah. Okay, let's do some ticker time. Drop your questions, drop your tickers for us in the chat, and we can take a look. Let me go through here in no particular order. What is this one? What is AVPT? Was that a SPAC? It looks
Is
like it
that
was.
Abnett?
No,
Oh, AVPT.
it looks like it was a SPAC. AVPT, Ave Point. I don't.
Good day. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they're doing. But you found big buyers at 5. You're pushing it up. Wow, this thing really doesn't move. I don't know if you really want me to do technicals on this, but because it's like 5, and then I'm looking. Oh well, clears 540. What's the next number? And the next number is another pair of highs at 565, 567. So, nice move, moving up incrementally. Real good base at 5, but you're only 29.30 away from that.
I just want everyone to be aware also that there's a rebalance tomorrow.
Ooh.
There is an S&P 500, 400, and 600 rebalance tomorrow. We'll talk more about that tomorrow morning because
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the list in front of me. There also might be a Nasdaq rebalance tomorrow. We'll talk more about that tomorrow morning on the show because I have to get the list. I don't have it handy right now, but I just want everyone to be aware of that. Tomorrow could be extra funky into the close. Okay, what else from the chat? Sorry. Da, da, da.
We're tailing off a little bit. They didn't like that 4,400, though. Still a good day. But what do you guys want to look
All right.
at?
Owlette, OWLT. How low did this thing get? Oh, got to $1. Well, we've doubled in the last month.
More than that, I'll let. A 1 day move turned into a 2 day move. It turned into a 3 day move. Still strong. Don't know what I can really give you on this one. A few, just your daily highs and just stepping up here. You had a big step down seller back in this area. I'd say, hey, get through 342. You can look for 362. Then after that, what's that? 382. Nope, that's closer to 390. Big 3 day run. The only thing I would note on this one is that the bar of today is not. I mean, it's a good day. It's a strong day, but it's not as big a green bar as you had the following day. So following some sellers in Alet Inc. just a little bit.
Here's one I haven't looked at in a long time. Sprouts Farmers Market, SFM. I don't think I looked at this chart in 6 months, maybe more.
Pullback. It got Krogered, right? It had a nice run up with Kroger. And then, the pullback, it tested the $30 level. What I don't like about today's price action is it's, you got to 31.87, which was the highest level since that ridiculous high 35. But you're leaking. You're settling near the lower end of the trading session, so that adds validity to that 31.89 high. The number you want to probably keep keep an eye on, 31.47. That was your close on Tuesday. Got the 31.89 today. Hold time. What's the all-time closing high in this? Was it this day? 33.59. So got to get back over that 32 for Sprouts, and then Kroger came in a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
Oh, now that's an interesting chart. Blast over 62. They sold it, couldn't get it to the bottom of the gap, and buyers are stepping up just above 54. And let's see, 54, 62, 8, maybe get to 58, 58 and a quarter. On this one, if you're looking for some upside.
Hey, Joe, rewind to about the 5 minute mark when we talked about Oxy. Let's look at Bumble. JW says his or her Bumble short position is getting wrecked. Yeah, it is right now.
What you got for Bumble? Yeah, it looks like it's up at the. It had the earnings boost. Came back down. Looked like you were going to do some gap filling, but nope. I would. I mean, you're short. Looks like we're taking out this 20. I would say you should thicken up here between this high and just over 30. I don't know what good that's going to do you, but 29.33 was your high back on February 14th. Your high today, just below that. Well, it looks like you still got some room up to 30 here in Bumble.
Here's one. I'll be honest. I don't think I've ever heard of this company before. SITE. Site is the ticker. It's Site One Landscape Supply Company. It's an $8 billion company that I've never heard of before, which is, which is strange.
173,000 shares have traded.
Yeah.
That is a little concerning because yesterday you had the update, and the volume went from 170 to 333. So you are getting a bigger update, but it's not as much volume. But if you
Well,
don't care,
that's not a very widely traded stock.
no, it's not. 190 is your big number there if you're expecting the rally to continue. See a high just over 190 mid-February. 190 stopped in early February. So there's your next target. Little bit of a 2-day move and up near the highs of the session. So see if you can keep it bid.
I just want to point out that in the SPY, we are on pace now for the lowest volume trading day since January 12th. I said this on Benzinga Live. The NCAA tournament is it's today, it's tomorrow, the first two rounds, and nobody wants to work, nobody wants to trade. Only 82 million shares of SPY have traded today. That would be our lowest, like I said, since January 12th. Because who wants to work when basketball's on TV? We got a minute and change left in the day. Let's look at back to the chat I go. Okay, crowd. We can look at CrowdStrike, CRWD.
Yeah, I've been following this with somebody, and oh, big crowd strike, man. This is big. If you're looking for this, and keep an eye on this tomorrow. And this is big. Look at this. Boom. Fell off a cliff when it hit 205.58. Fell off a cliff when it hit 205.68. Fell off a cliff when it hit 204.80. Now today you get to 205.11 and you haven't backed off too much. So if you can finally clear, get it in the 206 handle here. I see it's getting a little bump as we speak. And I wouldn't worry too much about this, 208.98 high because it's just an island high by itself. And you got a long way to go for even a 50% retracement. This is called 30 to 300 to 150. Wow, 3 monthly lows in a row. That's where institutions loaded up. So what? 150, two and a quarter. Why not for CrowdStrike?
Why not? All right, that's going to put a bow on this session, and we got 20 seconds left in the day, and we just made
Another blast right up to the high.
New high, yeah, 4,450s on the S&P futures. On the SPY, 44.6, 440.6. I mean, and now 0.7. So wow, highs of the day into the close. Yes, the answer is we are going to close green on St. Patrick's Day.
Wow,
Every
big
sector
old
in the
blast.
green, every index in the green. This 2-day rally, Joel, has now become a 3-day rally. I'm starting to fear that I missed the bottom.
But now you're 300 points away
I
from
know,
it. So.
I know. What do you do?
All right, buy the dip when you can and not worry about the war. But all right, everyone, enjoy your night and be back with you tomorrow morning.
Can't believe it, guys. What a 3-day run we've had. All right, we are going to end the stream now. Cannabis Insider, Benzinga's twice a week cannabis show, going live right now. I'm going to end this and redirect over to that stream. Let me followed by Money Mitch. By the way, guys, I want to solicit questions. Money Mitch will be talking to the CEO of Desktop Metals tomorrow in a pre-recorded interview. If you have questions you want Mitch to ask the CEO of DM, tweet at Mitch, tweet at Benzinga, and then he'll do his best to ask your questions. So smash that like button, please, and thank you. Have a great rest of your day, and see you tomorrow.